Where are you headed?
Montana.
Montana.
We have to get rid of this truck.
We'll be fine.
I'm not dying for a bunch of fucking booze. You got two choices. Walk with me to a train station or take your chances with this truck.
They're my family. Right or wrong. Look what you do for your family.
Best of luck.
Spencer might finally save Alex, but not before all hell breaks loose. Paramount just released a new trailer for the final episode of 1923 Season 2, and it's packed with shocking clues, emotional twists, and the kind of chaos only Taylor Sheridan could deliver. From Spencer spotting something outside his train window to Kara grabbing her rifle at the ranch, the tension is higher than ever. But buried in the quick flashes and familiar faces, there's one moment fans have been desperately waiting for. Spencer and Alex's reunion? Is it finally happening? And what price will the Duttons pay in the process? Paramount Plus US may be keeping quiet, but Paramount Plus Brazil did something unexpected. They released a new trailer for Episode 7 titled A Dream and a Memory. And even though it's in Portuguese, the footage itself says more than words ever could. Sharp-eyed fans immediately spotted scenes that weren't in any previous promos. It's clear this isn't just a teaser, it's a warning. The finale is going to be explosive. Let's start with what we know for sure. The trailer opens at the Livingston train station. Jacob is there waiting, his eyes sharp and full of purpose. This isn't a simple reunion. He's not just there to greet Spencer. He's preparing for a fight. We already knew the sheriff and his men were setting a trap for Donald's gang, but the way it's shown here with Jacob bracing for what's coming makes it clear they're expecting bloodshed. Everything's been building to this. Donald knows Spencer is on his way. The train station will become a battleground. And then something strange happens. The trailer quickly cuts to Spencer inside the train looking out the window. At first glance, it seems like nothing, just a man watching the world roll by. But this is Spencer Dutton. He's not just looking, he's searching. And in that moment, something catches his eye. The camera doesn't reveal it right away. It holds back. But we've seen enough to guess. It's her. It has to be Alex. This theory fits perfectly with what fans have been predicting for weeks. In the last episode, we saw Alex left behind, trapped in a car, helpless and heartbroken. She had no way out, no allies nearby, just the haunting memory of Spencer disappearing once again. But if she's near the tracks, if she's close enough for Spencer to see her, then this isn't just a twist. It's a miracle. It means the train route somehow passed right by the area where she was being held. And it means Spencer might be seconds away from doing what we've all been waiting for, saving her. But this won't be simple. In another teaser, Spencer is seen running through the train. Not walking, not calmly moving, running, urgently. Like a man who knows time is running out. One viewer even commented that her son was an extra in this scene and witnessed Spencer being chased by men with badges. What does that tell us? Spencer might try to stop the train, possibly by force. That kind of move would trigger a reaction. If there are authorities on board, they'll step in fast. And if they think Spencer is a threat, things could get violent. Again. So now we're staring down two major moments of potential shootout at the train station and Spencer risking everything to reach Alex before it's too late. But the real question is, can he save her in time? And if he does, what kind of Spencer will we get back? Because a man who goes through that kind of storm doesn't return unchanged. This trailer doesn't just tease action, it teases transformation. For Spencer, for Alex, and for the Duttons. And this is only the beginning. The rest of the trailer reveals even more threats lurking in the shadows, especially back at the ranch. In the next section, we'll break down how Kara prepares to defend her home and what Donald's final move might be. While Spencer races toward the most important rescue of his life, danger is brewing back home. And this time, the threat doesn't come quietly. The new trailer shows Kara looking out the window, her face hardening, as multiple cars pull up to the Dutton Ranch. This isn't a friendly visit. These aren't neighbors or lawmen here to offer help. The moment Kara sees those vehicles, she grabs her rifle and bolts toward the window. She knows what this means. Donald Whitfield has made his move. The timing couldn't be worse. With Jacob Jack and the sheriff already stationed at the train platform, prepared for a gunfight miles away, the ranch is left exposed, vulnerable, open. It's the exact moment Donald was waiting for. And judging by the calm way those cars enter through the open gates, it's clear someone let them in. The question is, who? Could there be a traitor among the ranch hands? Or were the gates left unguarded by accident, a fatal oversight during a time of chaos and distraction? Either way, the result is the same Donald's men are on the property. Now Kara stands between them and the heart of the Dutton legacy. And she's not alone, but she might as well be. In the trailer, we only catch a glimpse of Zane and perhaps one or two others. Not nearly enough to mount a strong defense. Yet Kara doesn't hesitate. She picks up that rifle not with fear, but with fury. This is the same woman who wrote desperate letters to Spencer begging him to come home. The same woman who buried her pain deep beneath a cold exterior just to keep this family together. And now with enemies at her doorstep, she's ready to fight. This moment could mirror what we've seen before in Yellowstone, where the Dutton Ranch became a war zone. But there's something different here. Something more desperate. Kara doesn't have the luxury of backup. She doesn't have time. She has instinct, and a lifetime of loss fueling her every move. If Donald's men break through, it won't just be about land. It'll be about wiping out the remaining Duttons, destroying them from the inside out. There's a chilling line from the trailer that echoes through this entire moment. All the things I've had to do for this ranch, take the cake. It's a callback to earlier promos, but placed here with Kara gripping her weapon and enemies approaching it hits harder. What exactly has she done? What is she willing to do? And how far will she go to protect what's left of her family? It's also worth asking, where is Elizabeth during all of this? We've seen brief flashes in past trailers, her holding a shotgun standing guard. But in this new promo, she's noticeably absent. Is she hiding, injured, or somewhere else entirely? If Donald's men are targeting the house, they'll target everyone inside. That means Elizabeth, any remaining ranch hands, and possibly Tiana if she ever made her way there. And if Kara is the only one actively defending the home, the odds don't look good. But here's where the suspense truly kicks in. While this standoff brews at the ranch, we still have the parallel storyline playing out at the train station. Jacob and the sheriff prepare for a violent ambush. Spencer may derail his own journey to find Alex. And meanwhile, Donald's men are possibly trying to take the ranch by force, knowing full well that the main Dutton fighters are miles away. This is a classic Taylor Sheridan tactic. Split the characters across different battlefields, make each confrontation feel like the climax, and then bring it all crashing down at once. So, now the question becomes, who survives the night? Does Spencer make it back in time? Does Jacob even survive the gunfight at the station? And if the worst happens, if the ranch falls, how much blood will be spilled in the process? The new trailer doesn't give us answers. It gives us fragments, hints, enough to feel the dread creeping in, but not enough to piece everything together. Which makes it all the more nerve-wracking. And we haven't even gotten to Tiana yet. Her story, which once felt separate from the rest, now collides with the larger Dutton narrative in a brutal, heartbreaking way. In the next section, we'll look at Tiana's desperate escape, the law closing in on her, and what that could mean for her fate. And the Duttons' legacy. While bullets threaten to fly at the train station and the Dutton Ranch braces for war, another story unfolds in the wilderness, one that's quieter, but just as devastating. Tiana Rainwater is running again, and this time, the enemy isn't just the church or the government, it's the past itself chasing her down like a ghost that won't let go. The trailer gives us only a glimpse of her, but it's enough. She's breathless, frantic, her face a mixture of fear and determination. Tiana is once again a fugitive in her own land. It's easy to forget how far Tiana has come, especially with the Dutton drama taking up so much space. But her journey is just as important, and just as heartbreaking. After surviving the torture of the Catholic boarding school, after killing the monstrous Father Renault, after burying her friend, and barely escaping with her life, she's finally had a moment of peace. Brief, fragile, and now it's shattered again. Because someone is coming. Someone who sees her not as a survivor, but as a criminal. Marshall Faught. That's the name that keeps coming up. The lawman who has been sent to track Tiana down. To him, she's not a girl who defended herself. She's a murderer. And no one seems interested in hearing the full story. The father she killed was evil. The system she escaped was built to erase her people. But justice, as we know, isn't always about right and wrong. Sometimes it's just about power. Still, there's something about Marshall Faught that stands out. He's not shown in the trailer, but from earlier episodes we know he's not a mindless weapon. He listens. He considers. And that might be Tiana's only hope. Because when he finds her, And he will find her. She'll need more than speed to survive. She'll need a chance to speak, to explain. And we're left wondering, will he let? Is it guilt? Regret? Is someone trying to erase the past or prevent Spencer from knowing the full truth? Maybe the letter was outdated, filled with old news from before the bloodshed. Or maybe someone doesn't want him to know what's waiting for him at the ranch, that his family is in danger, that lives are being lost, that the land he's fighting to return to may already be gone. There's a painful irony here. For so long, Spencer was unreachable, out in Africa, disconnected from his family's suffering, and now, just as he's finally on the verge of returning, parts of that story are being burned. Literally. It's as if the past is being erased in front of him one page at a time. But he won't stop. He can't stop. Not with Alex possibly nearby. Not with his family on the edge of ruin. Which brings us back to Alex. Her fate is still unclear. In the trailer, we only get one shot of her, crying in the car right where we left her in episode 6. That image alone is haunting. She's alone, trapped, and the pain in her eyes tells us everything. This isn't just fear, it's heartbreak. She believes Spencer left her again, that he didn't come back, and without help, she won't make it. But this is where everything could change. Spencer sees something outside the train. He runs, he acts, he fights. Because no matter what's been burned, no matter what's been lost, he still has something to live for, someone to save. As Spencer races against time and Kara stares down an invasion at the ranch, the most explosive confrontation is about to unfold miles away, at the Livingston train station. And make no mistake, this isn't just a background battle. This is the storm that Taylor Sheridan has been building toward all season. The gunfight at the train station is more than a violent clash. It's the turning point for every single character still standing. The trailer gives us just enough to feel the dread crawling up our spine, Jacob, the sheriff, Banner, and Donald's men all converging on one place, all waiting for one train, all ready to spill blood. We've known for episodes now that this train station wasn't just a meeting point. It's a trap, a stage, a place chosen for its symbolism, but also for its brutality. Donald Whitfield may be a businessman in name, but he plays war like a general. He knows Spencer is coming. He knows Jacob and Jack will be there. So of course he sends Banner, his right-hand man, his enforcer, the one who's burned down homes and laughed in the face of death. But what makes this moment even tenser is who else shows up. In the trailer, we see Jacob standing on the platform, his face carved in stone. The sheriff is beside him, his men in position. Everyone knows this won't end in handshakes. This will end in bodies. The camera lingers just long enough on their eyes to show us they expect to die. They're not hoping for peace, they're preparing for war. The sense of finality in these brief trailer shots is overwhelming. No backup, no law to stop it, just a showdown between old enemies who have run out of words. Now, here's where the real suspense begins. What exactly does Spencer walk into? The trailer shows him on the train looking out the window alarmed. He sees something. Maybe Alex, maybe the chaos waiting ahead. But what he doesn't know is that the station itself has become a death trap. If Spencer tries to get off that train, he'll walk right into a crossfire. If he stays on, he may miss his only chance to save Alex. Either way, Sheridan is forcing him to choose between love and loyalty. And there's no easy path. There's also a critical detail many fans have caught in older promos. Spencer running inside the train, desperately trying to reach something or someone. One fan even commented that their son was an extra during this scene and saw Spencer being chased by men with badges. That detail changes everything. It implies that Spencer does try to stop the train, maybe to jump off and reach Alex, but in doing so breaks the law. Maybe he pulls the emergency brake, maybe he confronts the conductor. Whatever it is, it draws the attention of lawmen, and suddenly Spencer finds himself in danger before he even steps off the train. Now, think about what that means. Spencer, exhausted from traveling across continents haunted by loss, finally on the cusp of reuniting with Alex and helping his family, only to be thrown into handcuffs or gunned down before he can even act. It's the kind of cruel twist Sheridan is known for. And yet, we hold onto hope. Because deep down, we want Spencer to be the hero. We need him to be. Not just for Alex, but for the Dutton name. And speaking of names, this train station holds a dark legacy. As longtime fans know, Yellowstone introduced us to the train station. a remote location where the Duttons disposed of their enemies. But now we're starting to understand that wasn't just a convenient name. It was a history lesson. The original bloodbath, the reason why that place earned its title, is this gunfight. What's about to happen at Livingston will echo for decades. It's the kind of massacre that leaves behind stories, scars, and silence, and eventually it will be the place where future Duttons bury their enemies. We already see the pieces moving, banners shouting, guns being drawn, the first shots ringing out. There's no turning back. This is the kind of climax that reshapes the map. Jacob could fall. The sheriff might be killed. Jack, who many of you believe is still alive, could either survive or meet a tragic end. We haven't seen much of him in the trailer, but that's not comforting. It's worrying. The absence of a character in a trailer this explosive usually means one thing: their fate is too spoiler-heavy to tease. And if Jacob dies, everything changes. Kara will be left alone with only a fraction of the ranch's protectors remaining. Donald will claim victory not just legally, but psychologically. The ranch will be in pieces. And even if Spencer arrives, he'll be arriving to a home that's already fallen. That's the nightmare. But there's a flip side. What if Jacob wins? What if the ambush turns on Banner? What if Spencer gets off the train just in time, rifle in hand, and joins the fight? That could change everything. But it won't come without sacrifice. Someone will die. That much is certain. Sheridan doesn't tease this much blood without delivering it. The bullets haven't stopped flying, but the questions are already racing ahead. What happens after the gunfight? Who lives to see another sunrise? And who dies defending the name Dutton? The trailer hints at a brutal end, but it also shows something even more chilling. Silence. In the aftermath of blood and fire, what's left isn't always a clear victory. Sometimes it's just the quiet wreckage of what used to be. And that's where 1923 Season 2 seems to be heading. A finale that won't just answer questions, but leave us with scars. The kind that change a family forever. We see a brief shot of a hospital. The lighting is grim, the faces are tense. Kara, Jacob, possibly even Spencer, they're there waiting, watching, holding on to whatever's left of their strength. Someone is badly hurt. The trailer doesn't confirm who, but the possibilities are devastating. Could it be Jack finally found alive but hanging on by a thread? Or maybe it's Alex frozen and weak from her time trapped in that car, barely breathing when Spencer finally pulls her out. Or is it Jacob himself struck down in the train station battle, holding on long enough to say goodbye? The show has been building to this breaking point all season. We've watched characters push to their limits, emotionally, physically, morally. And no W, in these final moments we see them paying the price. Kara clutches her rifle and stands by the window like a soldier waiting for the next invasion. Her face isn't angry, it's hollow. Like she's seen too much, done too much, maybe even lost too much. This isn't the Kara we met in Season 1. This is the version of her forged by loss. Then there's the quiet possibility that Spencer and Alex finally reunite, that despite everything, the shipwrecks, the betrayals, the heartbreak, they find each other again. It's a romantic payoff, sure, but it's also a survival story, because neither of them can move forward without the other. Spencer may be the warrior, but Alex is his anchor, and without her, he risks becoming just another Dutton driven by vengeance instead of love. The trailer shows him looking out the train window desperate, as if something in his soul already knows she's near. Maybe that moment of eye contact happens. Maybe he jumps off the train, grabs her out of that car, and carries her to safety while chaos burns behind them. But even if they reunite, what kind of world are they returning to? The ranch is under siege. The government is watching. Donald Whitfield is still alive. Even if Banner falls at the train station, even if Jacob survives, this war is far from over. Season 2 may end with a victory, but it won't be clean. Sheridan doesn't believe in happy endings. He believes in earned ones. So if Spencer and Alex walk away together, it'll be through smoke over bodies and into a future they'll have to fight for every day. And then there's the most haunting image of all, the flash forward, a scene from 1969, Gerard Sanders playing an older Spencer, Elizabeth still in the picture holding her own. The ranch is still there. The Dutton name has survived. But at what cost? That one glimpse into the future tells us that someone must make it out of this alive. But it also suggests that the family we know now, the version of the Duttons we've followed so closely, won't all make it. Time doesn't heal in the Yellowstone universe. It buries, it hardens, it rewrites. And what we're seeing in that flash forward might not be a happy ending. It might be a warning that the choices made in 1923, the bodies buried at the train station, the letters that never arrived, and the land soaked in blood, all of it shaped what came next. All of it left marks. So, where does that leave us? Spencer might save Alex, but he won't be able to save everyone. Tiana might escape the marshal, but she won't be able to escape the history that put her on the run. Kara might defend the ranch, but she won't be able to protect it from time. And Jacob might win the battle, but he's already lost too much to ever feel whole again. This finale isn't just about who dies, it's about what survives. Love, legacy, land. The Duttons may still be standing when the credits roll, but they'll never be the same. If you want to dive deeper into theories, character fates, and what the 1923 finale could mean for the future of Yellowstone, stay tuned for my next video. Because if this trailer has taught us anything, it's that Sheridan still has a few more devastating surprises up his sleeve.